Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram. Well, let me start off, dear friends and subscribers, by saying that yesterday one of the videos that I uploaded on YouTube, it was talking about Mahela Jayawardene's 11th century on his home ground, the Sinhala Sports Club ground. And that was the last time that Jayawardene was playing in the test. As far as his home ground is concerned, has been his happy hunting ground where he has scored tons of runs, and that was his 11th test century at his home ground, the Sinhala Sports Club ground. And after that, not only did he reach his made 11 centuries at the ground, he also went on to surpass Kumar Sangakkara of Sri Lanka as the highest run scorer for Sri Lanka in their history. And the other thing that he did, he also went on to his 34th test century of his career, just equaling the greats like Sonny Gavaskar and Brian Lara of West Indies. Well, but unfortunately that particular video, yesterday I did upload the video, but I don't know for what reason. What I'm really noticing, and I'm pretty surprised about, is that all the best videos that I'm doing this week have been really not been uploading. In fact, this is a message I would be sending it to YouTube. The other day I spoke about an amazing feat which was done in T20 cricket, and that was about Sunil Narine picking up, bowling a maiden wicket over, which was never done in T20 cricket. He created an amazing record, and that particular video never got uploaded. In fact, the upload button was not visible at all. This is a message to YouTube. Please, please cooperate. I've been with this YouTube for quite a long time. Yes, I do thank YouTube for giving me a tremendous cooperation, no doubt about it. But one of my best videos that I thought I uploaded on Cricket Happenings went away. That was one. And second, yesterday I spoke about a very wonderful feat which was performed by Mahela Jayawardene, the Sri Lankan captain, just before retiring from Test cricket. As you know, he's going to be retiring after the Pakistan tour of Sri Lanka. Well, so it really pained that two of my good videos never got uploaded, and my dear friends and subscribers who have been very dear to this Cricket Happening show have really missed something. But well, that is something absolutely not under my control. Yesterday what I saw was that there was an upload button. I clicked on the upload button, and well, the video never appeared. I couldn't even see my video coming on my Cricket Happening show. So that really surprises me as to why this is happening. Well, but I have a very strong determination as far as cricket is concerned. So once again I'm shooting out the video as far as today's day is concerned. So just taking you back to what happened yesterday, which was the first day's play that I described. And I also, dear fans and subscribers, those who are on Google Plus or Twitter would have definitely received my message, as I normally make it a practice to definitely send in a message saying that what really happened, and I hope you all got it. Well, stumps on day 2. We are looking at a situation where, let me talk about yesterday. As far as the first day's playing, the second and final test match between Sri Lanka and South Africa were concerned. As I said, definitely Mahela Jayawardene, the homegrown hero, had hogged the headlines, and they had actually gone to 305 for 5. So I'm not going to go back to that now. Just talking about what happened today. Well, Mahela Jayawardene and Niroj Dickwala resumed their innings. Yesterday, Niroj Dickwala came towards the close and stayed with Mahela Jayawardene. And today, what we seen was Niroj Dickwala, the uncapped wicket-keeper batsman from Sri Lanka, was making his test debut. Definitely had a wonderful debut. In fact, towards the close of play on the first day, we didn't see Niroj Dickwala doing much of real note, but definitely stuck it out with Jayawardene to see off the first day. But today Dickwala was pretty different. Now, as far as Niroj Dickwala is concerned, as I said, he was actually making his debut. He was very, very impressive, and he showed lots of promise, not only with the bat, but also while keeping when South Africa were batting. But just talking about his batting, Nirosh Dikwala, well, he played some very good strokes. In fact, he really played with a lot of common sense, because I'm sure he would have been guided by none other than Mahela Jayawardene, who was there nursing him, and Mahela probably would have given instructions to Dikwala. And what Dikwala did best today was to see off the likes of Dale Steyn, Vernon Philander and Monty Morkel, especially Dale Steyn and Monty Morkel. He left the balls very well outside the off stump, and what he did is that he really started giving respect to both. And once they were off the hook of the attack, Vernon Philander, Imran Tahi coming in, that is the time he really started playing his strokes. And definitely he also has a rich repertoire of strokes with him. He's not afraid to come down the pitch and lob the bowlers, and he was looking pretty good. Mahela Jayawardene, on the other hand, continued his silken touch that he had yesterday, but unfortunately he couldn't reach his double century, as Mahela Jayawardene was the first to go with a misunderstanding happening mid-pitch between Jayawardene and Nirosh Dikwala, and Mahela Jayawardene had to go run out for 165 with 17 fours and 1 6, but this partnership had added exactly 100 runs for the 6th wicket. After that, Dikwala was still there. He got Pereira for company, but Dilruwan Pereira was a victim of the bowling of Imran Tahi for 12 with 1 6, and then it was Dikwala himself, after getting his maiden 50, on his first innings on Test debut. Nirosh Dikwala would have definitely joined the likes of all the Sri Lankan players who have got 50s on debut, and Dikwala was finally run out for 72 with 8 fours and 1 6, and he showed lots of promise. And looking at the way he has played, and he also has kept wickets, I can really say with lots of confidence here that Dinesh Chandimal would have to really fight for his place, even though he would be 100% as far as batting form is concerned, because Nirosh Dikwala has already proved a point here, and he has reposed the faith that the Sri Lankan cricket selectors have shown in him. So Dikwala, a job well done on his Test debut, 72 with 8 fours and 1 6. Herath was not out on 7, and then Philander, who has been really struggling in this particular series as far as wickets are concerned, finally got it today by cleaning up the tail, by picking up the wickets of first of Ajanta Mendes for 2 and Sri Lanka Lakmal for 4, and both of them were caught behind by the wicketkeeper Quinton de Kock. Rangana Herath was not out on 7, and Sri Lanka yesterday resuming at 305, adding 114 runs more, 115 runs more, 116 runs more, were all out for 421. Sorry dear fans, I do have some problem with my throat, as you would see, but cricket happenings is something pretty dear to me, so I just can't stay away from cricket happenings, unfortunately. Now let's have a look at the bowling figures. Today Dale Steyn 22 overs 5 minutes 269. Vernon Philander would be very happy with his effort. He has been struggling on the Sri Lankan tour to actually get amongst the wickets, and today he definitely did. But even though at least he got some wickets, so he would be at least happy about it, that at least got 2 wickets, and even though it was of the tail enders. 21.4 overs 7 maidens, 52 runs and 2 wickets. Monty Morkel 1 for 69. Imran Tahi 1 for 121, 2 for 80 for Domini, and none for 5 for Dean Elgar. Now, as far as South Africa, replying to this 421 all out which was put by Sri Lanka, didn't have a good start at all, as in fact Sri Lanka, as you know, Sri Lanka yesterday went into this particular test match by having just one pace bowler, and I always feel that it's a real big mistake to go with only one frontline pace bowler. They definitely have to have 2, but probably Sri Lanka's ploy would have been to attack with spin, and they have to really win this test match if they have to level the series, because it's the final test match. So probably that was the reasoning behind not including, but I always have a feeling that there should be 2 pace bowlers handling the new ball. Anyways, it was so Suranga Lakmal after bowling a few overs was taken off, and spin was introduced pretty quickly. As you know, from the other end too there was spin going on, and Rangana Herath in the second over itself, in the second over of the South African innings, struck there by actually getting Alvaro Peterson caught and bowled by him in a very tame fashion for 2, and then Dean Elgar went to a bat catch of the bowling of the off spinner Dilruwan Pereira for 1, and that was real trouble for South Africa when they were 13 for 2. After that, there was a sort of a brief recovery being done by du Plessis and the South African captain Hashim Amla, who put on 58 runs for the third wicket, with du Plessis really, I mean, Hashim Amla was really blocking very well. He decided that occupation of the crease was pretty important, and he really stayed put at the crease. Du Plessis also did the same, but in between he played some very good strokes, and finally when everything was going in a nice manner for South Africa, slowly trying to recover from the situation, and that was the time Suranga Lakmal struck by what a catch. Now this is what I said, that Nirosh Dickwala on his test debut looks promising not only as a batsman as also as a keeper, as he picked up his first catch in international cricket, Dickwala, and what a catch that was. Suranga Lakmal got the ball down the left side. Du Plessis was actually trying to tickle it fine, but while tickling it fine, it is so difficult for a keeper to actually take that catch. And look at the anticipation, look at the eye work, the glove work from Dickwala, who anticipated it very well and moved quickly and dived to his left to take a wonderful catch. And du Plessis was walking back to the pavilion, caught by Dickwala of the bowling of Lakmal for 36 with 3 fours and 1 6. And then finally, towards the close of play, when South Africa ended at 98 for 3, Hashim Amla, the captain, was plodding it out there, not out on 46, consumed 134 balls with only 3 boundaries, and A.B. de Villiers had just come onto the crease and was batting on an unbeaten 11 with 1 4. 98 for 3 was what South Africa finished with at close of play on the second day of the final test match between South Africa and Sri Lanka, which was played at the SSC ground. Now let's have a look at the bowling figures. Lakmal 11 overs 4 minutes 1 for 13, who took that very important wicket of du Plessis with that wonderful catch taken by the test debutant the wicket-keeper batsman Nirosh Dickwala behind the stumps. Herath 13 overs 5 minutes 1 for 16, and Dilruwan Pereira 15 overs 6 minutes 1 for 24, and Ajanta Mendes bowled 9 overs none for 27, and Vithaneni none for 17. But what one could see here was that there is definitely some turn in the wicket, and I thought the spinners were the ones who really did well on this particular day. So there is definitely evidence of turn, and one has to wait and watch whether the turn is more pronounced as the days goes by here at the Sinhala Sports Club ground. But I think tomorrow South Africa would be wanting that Hashim Amla and A.B. de Villiers stay at the crease as much as possible to really get to a good score, because the first lookout for Sri Lanka will be, for South Africa will be to avoid the follow-on target, because they had to make 221. So definitely Sri Lanka are in a very good position going into the third day's play here in the second test match of the SSC. Well, other than that, let's have some look at some cricket news before I complete the cricket happening show here. Well, as far as Zimbabwe is concerned, well, yesterday I really covered that in my show, but it didn't come about. I thought for Zimbabwe there was the chairman of selectors, Peter Chingoka, who had actually had a 22-year-old. In fact, he has been there till from the time that Zimbabwe actually got test status. That was in 1992, way back, and he has resigned as chairman after 22 years. And I thought that is a stupendous achievement by Peter Chingoka, the chairman of selectors Zimbabwe. Now there is a new chairman of selectors for Zimbabwe, and as you know, yesterday Afghanistan leveled the series with Zimbabwe 2-2, which is a very wonderful performance. And also Zimbabwe have the new chairman of selectors has also named the new, in fact, they've got the captains named for Zimbabwe. Elton Chugumbura has been named the captain for the limited overs one-day internationals and T20s, and Brendan Taylor will be the captain for the test. So there's a split captaincy as far as Zimbabwe is concerned. Another news that I have is that in the fracas that happened between Jadeja and Anderson, which was a controversy in the first test, second test I suppose, and then Ravindra Jadeja has been fined. He has been fined 50% of his match fees for that incident against James Anderson. Other than that, well, I'm just trying to see whether there's any other cricket news. Well, nothing really, dear fans, friends, subscribers. That really brings an end to this cricket happening show of mine. But you know, I was really sad that yesterday's Mahela Jayawardene that I spoke about on the cricket happening show never ever uploaded on YouTube. Once it is, as I said, once the upload button was not there, and this time the upload button was there, but the cricket show never got uploaded. So I'm really pained and grieved to know that I mean, this is what is happening on YouTube. I'm very sorry, but YouTube, please try to give me your utmost cooperation. I would really be happy about it. You have supported me, there's no doubt about it, but I need more support from you because my best videos have been plugged out. I'm very sorry to say that. YouTube, thank you very much for your cooperation. Also, dear friends and subscribers, thanks for your patience, and also thanks for your splendid cooperation to the Cricket Happening show. Your host Ram will be seeing you tomorrow with the third day's play, but on Saturday always, as you know, it's a late night cricket show with your host Ram due to my office duties. That brings an end to the Cricket Happening show for today. Hope this Cricket Happening show comes to you all. Until then, it's goodbye from your host Ram. Thank you.